This is no question, without a doubt, the worst year ever. 2020 sucked. 2020 is worse than 2009 and 2016 due to the coronavirus. I thought 2020 started off weird. First, former NBA Commissioner David Stern passed away on New Year's Day. 3 weeks later, Kobe Bryant, his second daughter Gianna, and 7 others died in that horrible helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. I can't believe that it's been almost a year, next month in January 2021, since that crash happened. Kobe, Kevin Garnett, and Tim Duncan, now they won't be inducted into the Hall of Fame until May. So May is when all 3 of them will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, along with Tamika Catchings that played in the WNBA. It's still not going to feel right, Kobe not physically around to do his Hall of Fame speech. Yeah, so next month will already be a year since David Stern and those 9 victims that died in the helicopter crash. So then, 2 months later, this year, after that happened, there was the coronavirus, where now there is still no normalcy. Now we have to wear a mask in public because anybody could have the virus wherever they go. Everyone has to rely on Zoom. Now when it comes to taking classes online, especially the elementary kids, I have to say the elementary kids have the hardest because they're used to going to school, making friends, playing with other kids. But now it must be hard for them because they're not going to be able to do that because of being homeschooled. Now you have people working from home for those who still have their jobs. Most people have lost their jobs and have lost money due to COVID-19, which is a bummer for those who have been struggling financially for years, not having money in the bank, losing health insurance, not having money to afford things. Like, it totally sucks. Like for me, I pretty much lost my job. I was working at Caravan Night, the cleaning service. And the last time I was working was back in March. I only worked that one time this year in 2020, back in March. And then the COVID-19 happened and I haven't worked since. Well, I was unemployed at that time anyways. This was the second time that I was unemployed at my job. And then my former supervisor called me, Christina. She called me back in August saying that I was on call, which means I wouldn't come in unless they would need me, and that only 20 people would come into the building to work because of the virus. But since then, I haven't gotten a call to come into work, so obviously this is a sign that this is not good, and obviously my days are outnumbered. But you know what? It's all good. I'm tired of working there anyways. I don't know. I guess I haven't been really happy about working there anymore, so I just feel like it's time for me to move on and hopefully find another job that hopefully I'll enjoy and hopefully it'll work out. And I'm sure some of you have lost your jobs and you've been unemployed for a minute. You guys probably don't have health insurance and no money. You lost money due to, the virus. And I know some of you are still struggling financially. And it's got to be hard for you to be struggling financially if you've been going through it for years and you feel like things haven't gotten better. And those of you who probably have like doctor's appointments or you haven't been to the eye doctor for a year now, you probably don't have the money right now to set up appointments because you don't have any money. How are you supposed to go to those appointments when you don't have the money? And it also has to suck for people who can't see their friends and family. It's sad because this year people have committed suicide. A lot of people have committed suicide due to not having normalcy. There are people that like to interact and are very social with others, where it's gotten to the point that they feel isolated. And with them not being able to go out and interact with people like they usually do because of the virus, really gets to them. Because now it feels like they're cooped up in the house 24/7. They really can't go anywhere. They don't know what to do. And unfortunately, they think about taking their life away because they feel like this is their life now. They're going to always be isolated, so they end up taking their life away, unfortunately, which sucks. That's why I hope that people can try to stay strong and at least try to get some help somewhere. I'm sure you guys lost family members due to the virus as well. Then there was the Black Lives Matter, the social injustice, and the police brutality going on. The deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery took it to a whole new level. Then there were the deaths of John Travolta's wife, Kelly Preston, Kirby Morrow, who one of my subscribers told me he died due to a long history of substance abuse. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. So he had a long history of substance abuse. That sucks. And then I saw Kelly Sheridan, who was the voice of Sango on Inuyasha. I saw her paying tribute to Kirby on her Twitter page. And of course, Jason Davis, who was the voice of Mikey of Recess. Sam Lloyd, who was Ricky on Seinfeld, the one that had a crush on Elaine and made the mannequins that looked like Elaine. And Ted of Scrubs. There was also legends like Fred Willard, Lil Richard, Kenny Rogers, Jerry Stiller, Conchata Ferrell, Berta from 2.5 Men, Regis Philbin, Sean Connery, Alex Trebek, etc., etc., etc. Oh, and also there was a couple who was married for 47 years, died due to COVID-19. Yeah, this couple, Patricia and her husband, Leslie McWaters, died before Thanksgiving in Jackson, Michigan. And they died like only a minute apart from each other. They both died in their 70s. Patricia was 78 and Leslie was 75. So she was like 3 years older than him. But they died a minute apart from each other. It's like Romeo and Juliet, except COVID killed them. I also forgot, there was others who passed away as well. Naya Rivera, of course, Naya Rivera and Chadwick Boseman. Oh, and then someone by the name of Meatball Homer. He also wanted me to mention Chuck Yeager. He was an Air Force officer, flying ace, and record-setting test pilot. And he was the first to break sound barrier. So, yeah, he wanted me to mention him. So I mentioned him for you, Meatball Homer. Hopefully things will be better in 2021. It has to be, after what we've been through in 2020. It has to get better. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to do. I mean, COVID ruined everything. I hope and pray things will go back to normal. I'm sure it will eventually. We'll just have to see what Biden does when he goes into the White House, and hopefully he'll figure out what to do. I mean, the only bright side of 2020 was that Raven about bunked crossover. Then there was, Donald Trump not being reelected as president of the United States. But apparently the dude is such a sore loser. Apparently they're trying to still look at the votes to see if somebody was cheating, which was not the case. It's like, look, the dude lost, okay? And the thing is, it wasn't even close. Biden won easily. He blew Trump out the water, all right? Even if it was close, it sounds like Biden would still win. So it's like, some of these Trump supporters who are bitching about Trump losing, get over it. He lost. And Donald Trump, you need to stop being a sore loser, okay? Give it up, man. It's over. And didn't he say something about if he lost, he was going to, move out of the country or something like that? Or he was joking about it? Whether he was joking or not, okay, good. Leave the country. We don't need you. Nobody's not going to miss you except from supporters. Go. take you and your family out the country. And then I heard something about that maybe Melania might divorce Trump. It's possible. And if that's the case, okay, good. Good for her. Go and divorce Trump. It's like, you can do so much better, Melania. You deserve to be with somebody better than Trump. But whatever. That's all I gotta say. 2020 sucks. Hopefully 2021 gets better. All right, see ya.